Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the National Recycling Awards. My name's Tom Allen, and I'm delighted to be joining you for this wonderful, wonderful occasion, not least because in this house we care a lot about recycling. We just heard that Dad's garden recycling bin, they're changing the days on it, which is a huge upheaval for us. I'm sure people out there will be responsible for it. It's been a massive day. I'm quite different to my parents. I would say I sound quite sort of posh and flamboyant, whereas they don't. As an example of what they're like, recently it was my dad's birthday. I bought him a voucher for afternoon tea. My brother rented him a skip, and he was delighted with that. Now, so I'm very excited to be here with you. It's really, honestly, it's been a big deal in our house that I'm doing this. So thank you everybody. Ironically, as I'm sat here, a recycling van went past a moment ago, and I thought it was going to interrupt the sound on this, but they've got now, because they're very speedy. They're very good. Well done, everybody. Now, thank you especially to this year's sponsors who have stuck by us through these difficult times. And as you may well be aware, we were supposed to be at the Hilton Park Lane Hotel, drinking champagne, having canapes, and celebrating. But in light of everything happening, this is what we're doing this year, and it's unconventional, it's different, but I like to think it's better because you can see my lovely lamp. And also, we're all doing our best to have a lovely time together, and that's, in a way, that's nicer, isn't it? Because you can enjoy it from the luxury of your own sofa or armchair, whichever sort of person you are. And I would like to remind you as well: do keep watching all of the awards because I will be back at the end for some fun and silliness, which I'm very much looking forward to joining you for. But in the meantime, we're going to get on with the awards, and we're going to start by giving a big welcome to your editor of MRW. It's Corinne Williams.
Hello, and a warm welcome to you all from all MRW. Thank you to Tom Allen for setting the scene so nicely and allowing us a privileged glimpse into his home via Zoom. I am very pleased indeed to be able to introduce the National Recycling Awards after the amazing effort our events team put into transforming it into an online ceremony, so a huge thank you to them. These awards celebrate the achievements and dedication of thousands of people in the waste and recycling sector. This commitment was demonstrated to the full when vital services were kept going during lockdown. I referred to the waste and recycling sector. I hope before too long I will be able to say the circular economy sector, and for that to be meaningful to the public at large. Despite many setbacks, we might at last be getting government legislation the industry needs to have confidence to build infrastructure and to reprocess much more material within the UK. Over recent years, the general public has been bombarded with horror stories about illegal dumping and contaminated exported waste ending up in Asia. As the entries to the NRAs show, our industry has all the technological wizardry and inventiveness up its sleeves to solve these problems. I think popular opinion will soon view our industry as holding the answers, and will see its workforce as gatekeepers to resource efficiency and circular thinking. And now on to the awards. A big thank you to our judges, who again have given their valuable time and expertise to scrutinise each entry we received. We could not do this without you, and your hard work is very much appreciated. Watch out for the next issue of MRW, which will be with you very soon, and our in-depth articles on each of the winners. All nominees will also be featured in MRW throughout the year, so keep an eye out for those as well. The next awards are already scheduled for December 2021, and, barring disaster, we'll be back at the usual venue in London. I very much look forward to once again meeting you all face to face. The world has changed, but the friendliness and positivity of those involved in the MRW community is a constant. First up is the Editors Award. This was a special award created this year in recognition of the extraordinary response from the waste and recycling sector in dealing with the COVID-19 pandemic. From delivering essential supplies to key workers during lockdown, supplying and manufacturing PPE, and keeping household services going, companies, local authorities and individuals have shown remarkable resilience and determination. We received many fantastic entries for this award, and we want to commend all of those entered. There was a lot of heroic action from the sector, and congratulations to you all. Now on to the winner. We were impressed with the company for bringing together clients and contacts, utilising the skills and facilities they had available and offering real practical support to frontline NHS staff. I am delighted to announce the winner for the Editors Award is Power Day.
And now we move on to the Circular Economy Initiative sponsored by Reconomy. And the shortlist is Anmahal Rother, Sia, Cromwell Polythene, Debenhams, Genuine Solutions, New U Enterprises, Pure Lake Skincare, Recycling Technologies, RMF Installation and Services, SE Recycling, and Tamlight Lighting. Our first highly commended goes to Pure Lake Skincare. And our winner in this category has created a circular market in a sector that is notoriously hard to bring such materials into.
On behalf of Reconomy, I'm delighted to announce that the winner is RMF Installation and Services. Congratulations.
Next up is Circular Economy Initiative Food, Drink and Hospitality. The shortlist for this is Bellew, Borough Market, DS Smith, Fer, Little Freddy in partnership with Enval, One Circle, The Lowry Hotel, UK Waste Solutions and Marston's, and Veolia. We have another highly commended, and it goes to Fer. Judges said the winning entry stood out for its holistic approach and coordinated strategy, which brings together a number of different initiatives. Together, they have real strength. The winner is Borough Market. Our next category is the Rising Star Award. The shortlist looks like this. Dee Cavalli of London Energy, Holly Jenkins of Waste Logistics Software, Jade Willets of University of Birmingham, John Cox of Reconomy, Paul Roberts of Roberts Recycling, and Sophia Knowles of Veolia. Highly commended in this category goes to Sophia Knowles from Veolia. The judging panel said our winner stood out for their energy, creativity, business development skills, and their ability to get things done. The winner is Dee Cavalli from London Energy. Next up is Food Waste Initiative. The finalists are Borough Market, Chaos Cornwall CIC, Gander, Greenery Dream, Hubbub, Telford and Wrekin Council, and UK WSL and Marston's. We have another highly commended, and it is awarded to Borough Market. Judges thought the winning initiative is a unique intervention in the supply chain that we could see scaled up and introduced across the UK. And the winner is Gander. We're now on to Recycling Excellence, and our shortlist is as follows. ACM Environmental and OCS, Biffa and Revolution, Bolane Dental, Graham, Just Clear, National Resource Consortium, The City Hotel Derry, Tiny Box Company, To Be Frank, UK Waste Solutions and Hills Panel Products, and Young Friends Nature Nursery. A highly commended goes to Young Friends Nature Nursery. The winner is an outstanding business operating in a sector that is under the spotlight for the waste it generates. it has built its business around turning waste into something new, with recycling, resource efficiency and waste reduction woven into the fabric of the company. The winner is, To Be Frank. Next up is the Smarter Systems Efficiency Award. The shortlist is Anenta, BRE, Clearwaste.com, Encore Environment, Keltbury Environmental, Nextech, Total Waste Solutions, Termec, Vehicle Weighing Solutions, Whitespace Work Software, and Wikes Engineering. The judges said that this is a neat, simple solution that sets out to reduce stress, save lives, and get support for those in need, helping to deal with a wider societal issue that goes beyond the waste sector. And the winner is Total Waste Solutions.
Why don't you show us your celebratory pictures on Twitter? Tag us using the handle @NR and hashtag #NRAwards.
Thanks, Tom. Next, we recognise Local Authority Success, sponsored by Repic. So, who made the shortlist? Angus Council, Basildon Council, Bristol Waste Company, Croydon Council, Durham County Council, East Riding of Yorkshire Council, Harborough District Council, Islington Council, London Borough of Hackney, and RE3 Partnership. Our judging panel said that this is a council that bucked the trend and had the strength of mind to resist the obvious solution of cutting back, instead really reshaping its service to keep it open and give the public what they wanted.
And the winner is Angus Council. Congratulations.
Next up is Partnership Excellence Commercial. Let's take a look at the shortlist. Axil Integrated Services and Cummins, BPR Group and Derwent London, Broadgate and Bywaters, Commercial Waste Services Veolia and Westminster City Council Commercial Partnership and Central Hall Westminster, Commercial Waste Services Veolia and Westminster City Council Commercial Partnership and Wellington House, DS Smith, Tesco and Ancillary Components, Environcom and Repic, JWS Waste and Cartwright, Kivico and Mick George Group, UKWSL and Azuri Group, UKWSL and Roadchef, Valpak Zedify and Ecobat Logistics, and Wyndham Resources and Oscar Mayer. A highly commended goes to Environcom and Repic. For our winner, the judges were impressed with this innovative approach to collections that doesn't add to emissions. It could be replicated at a local level at a number of locations, and we can see others adopting it in the future.
And the winner is Valpak Zedify and Ecobat Logistics.
Now we turn our attention to Partnership Excellence, Public-Private Sector. The shortlist is ANSA Environmental Services, Cheshire East Council and Waste Reduction Volunteers, Cheshire West and Chester Council, Blue Planet Aquarium and artist Emma Turner, Durham County Council and Partners, Egbert Taylor and South Ayrshire, Exeter City Council and Keep Britain Tidy, Henderson Island Plastic Pollution Expedition 2019 involving 14 partners, Hubbub with 26 funding partners, Leeds City Council, Zero Waste Leeds and 29 local partners, Isle of Wight Council and Amy, Network Rail and Land Recovery, Resource London, Peabody and London boroughs of Camden, Hackney, Islington, Lambeth, Tower Hamlets and Westminster, Suez Recycling and Recovery and Merseyside Recycling and Waste Authority, and Veolia, Westminster City Council and Heart of London Business Alliance. Another highly commended. Please put your hands together for Resource London, Peabody and London boroughs of Camden, Hackney, Islington, Lambeth, Tower Hamlets and Westminster. The judging panel said the winning entry is a wider partnership that has shown a lot of creativity, tackling a difficult waste stream. importantly, they've shared their failures as well as successes, as there is much to learn from both.
And the award goes to Hubbub with 26 funding partners, Leeds City Council, Zero Waste Leeds and 29 local partners. Congratulations.
Next we come to the Employer of the Year. So who made the shortlist? B&M Waste Services, Suez Recycling and Recovery, and Valpak. The judges were impressed by this generous employer who genuinely cares about its employees, who in turn give incredible feedback about working for the business. This company is also creating opportunities for those excluded from society.
And the award goes to B&M Waste Services. Congratulations.
Are you still watching? Good. We're halfway through, so lots more excitement to come, and of course, me.
Thanks, Tom. Looking forward to hearing more from you later. Our next category is Team of the Year Commercial. So let's hear the shortlist. BPR Group, First Mile, Kivaco, MGB Plastics, and Veolia. This team delivered phenomenal performance given the timescale and showed the clear, measurable impact they made, backed up by supportive client testimonials.
And the winner is First Mile. Congratulations.
Now we move on to Team of the Year Public Third Sector. And the shortlist is Anmahal Rother, Bristol Waste Company, Chaos Cornwall CIC, Cherwell District Council, London Waste and Recycling Board, and Network Rail. Highly commended goes to Anmahal Rother. The judges said the winning team is impressive, organised and focused. It brings a real call to action, preventing waste and addressing much wider issues in society. And the winner is Chaos Cornwall CIC. Next up is Social Value Initiative, sponsored by Kenny Waste Management. And the finalists are Bopark, Encore Environment, Givacar, Mighty and Girl Guides, Reconomy, Smart Solutions Recruitment, Suez Recycling and Recovery, Sustainable Advantage, Veolia, and What More UK. Another highly commended, and it goes to Sustainable Advantage. For our winner, the judges think this small team is making a real impact. It is brilliant, ticks all the boxes and has the potential to scale more and have even greater impact.
And the winner is Givacar, and I'd just like to say congratulations and well done to you all.
And now we move on to the Innovation Award. And the shortlist looks like this: Dame, FlexiHex, MGB Plastics, North Tees and Hartlepool NHS Foundation Trust Pharmacy and Medicines Optimisation Department, Presuna, Resource London, and Valpak. Our judges have awarded a highly commended, and it goes to Dame. judges thought the winning product was well thought through, backed by good evidence that offers a genuine and sustainable solution to a genuine problem. It has been thoroughly tested and offers great potential to reduce a single-use plastic waste stream. The winner is FlexiHex. Next up, we have Innovation Award Technology. The shortlist is as follows: 99p Recycling, East Devon District Council, Environcom and Repic, Kildare Consulting, Mariana WM, Mighty, RE3 Partnership, Topolytics, Total Waste Solutions, Vision Techniques, WasteQuoteSupermarket.com, and Yellow Octopus. The judges said the winning innovation goes right to the very heart of what needs to be done, to gather and map data to allow us to make the important decisions needed for the improvement of the sector. The winner is Topolytics. Now we recognise the Recycling Facility of the Year. Our finalists are Durham County Council, Electrical Waste Recycling Group, J&B Recycling, MBA Polymers, R. Collard, RE3 Partnership Smallmead Recycling Centre Reading, RE3 Partnership again for Longshot Lane Recycling Centre Bracknell, and Smiths of Gloucester. A highly commended goes to Durham County Council. Judges said that this was the standout winner, a great example of a closed-loop solution and a sound operation with good figures to back it up. And that winner is R. Collard.
Are you drinking with us this afternoon? If so, tell us what it is. Maybe it's a cup of tea, maybe it's a martini, maybe it's a glass of champagne.
Thanks, Tom. My goodness, that champagne is tempting, but I think, being on presenting duties, I'd better stick to a strong cup of tea. Next up is Campaign of the Year up to £20,000. Our shortlist is as follows: Answer Environmental Services, Bristol Waste Company, Bin Group and Speak, Caerphilly County Borough Council, Harborough District Council, Isle of Wight Council, Trade, Veolia New West End Company and Westminster City Council, Viridor, and Western Civic Amenity Site Board. We've got another highly commended, and it goes to Bin Group and Speak. The judging panel said the winner demonstrated direct intervention into a critical issue, had a big impact, and showed true value for money in an effective campaign. It is a good example of taking on a challenging issue and getting the community involved.
And the winner is Harborough District Council. Congratulations to everyone involved.
And now we come to Campaign of the Year above £20,000. Let's see who's made the shortlist. Cheshire West and Chester Council, Hubbub, JCB, London Borough of Hackney, Resource London, South London Waste Partnership, SWR New Star and YHA, Telford and Wrekin Council, and Zero Waste Scotland. Highly commended for this category goes to Resource London. The judges thought the winning campaign was well thought out, using impressive behaviour-changing thinking that brought together a strong coalition of private and public sector to deliver real change. And so, the winner is Hubbub. Our penultimate award this afternoon is Recycled Product of the Year. And our shortlist is Ardagh Group, DS Smith, Enver, Fer, FlexiHex, Frugi, GRN Sportswear, Kenotech, Lifestyle Garden, Mossbros Group, and What More UK. Judges said the winning product is a real disruptor, which has considered its full life cycle implications. It looks good, it can be reused, it is fully recyclable, and it can be used in a range of applications. The winner is FlexiHex. And now, on to our final award. It's Independent Operator of the Year, sponsored by Reconomy. Our finalists are Hamilton Waste and Recycling, J&B Recycling, R. Collard, Red Industries, and Westminster Waste. The last highly commended of the afternoon goes to Hamilton Waste and Recycling. Our judging panel said that our winner is a business with a clear plan that has shown strong growth, been dynamic, adventurous, invested in research and development, and is making a difference in the industry.
And the winner is R. Collard. Congratulations.
Congratulations to all our winners and finalists, and well done everybody. This has been the most hotly contested NRAs to date. And huge thanks to our sponsors. Without their support, this event could not happen. Again, I look forward to meeting you all in the flesh in December. To round up the afternoon, I'm delighted to hand you back to the wonderful Tom Allen.
Oh, wasn't that a wonderful awards ceremony? Well done to all the winners and the other ones as well. Now we're going to spend some time with me. Thank you for hanging around to hang out. My name's Tom Allen, and I'm delighted. I must say as well, it's actually quite nice doing gigs like this. What often happens when I do a gig, and it tends to be with the heterosexual men, they do one thing, they do this. When I walk out on stage, they do this. They fold their arms. They fold their arms, they go, oh no, I'm not sure about this bloke. Oh no, I'm not sure about this bloke. He might try and ask me out on a date. He might try and recruit me. He might try and have sex with me. And I always say the truth of the matter is we are actually recruiting at the moment. So if you sign up after this event online, then I get a £25 voucher in John Lewis, which would be so useful because I'm saving for some new coasters at the moment. And to tell you a bit about myself, my name's Tom, and I'm gay. Gay, yep, still gay. If anything, it's getting worse. And I'm completely gay as well. Like, I've never tried it any other way. I've never tried it with a woman. I'm a thoroughbred. And I mean, I say I'm gay. I hardly find the time. But, you know, these handkerchiefs, they don't wear themselves, do they? And I have found myself in the last few years living at home with my parents because I'm very successful. And my parents are quite different to me. They're very ordinary Londoners. They speak almost entirely in Cockney rhyming slang. And it's been nice to spend time with them, nice to hang out with them. It's been kind of, it's been unusual in many ways. It's reminded me a lot of my childhood years, like when I was at school. I went to quite a rough school. I know, isn't it moving? It's the sort of school where people would come up to you and say things like, hey, you, do you want to fight, do you? Do you want to fight? Is that why you look at me like that? Yeah, you want to fight? Is everyone want to fight? And I'd always say, oh, no, thank you. But thanks for thinking of me. Bye, 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 bye. Those girls could be so cruel. And at my school, everybody wanted to blend in to avoid getting picked on. So everyone had the same of everything. Everyone had the same shoes, it was a pair of Reebok Classics, or maybe a pair of LSC trainers. Everyone had the same Oxford math set, which was a tin pencil case with a ruler, maybe a foldable ruler for travel. And it would have a set square, which wasn't a square, was it? It was a triangle. And a compass. Oh, I'm glad I learned how to use a compass. Not a day goes by. Oh, it's a perfect circle. It's got a hole in the middle, but it's a perfect circle. And everybody at my school had the same bag. And what I had on my first day at school, I walked into the playground carrying a briefcase. And my parents got me this briefcase. And they'd even gone to the trouble of having it monogrammed with my initials, I imagine they thought that would make it easier to identify the body, and it's, you know, it wasn't a terrible experience, no, for sure, but it was still eventful. And I remember as well the most excitement probably, and this was more at primary school. I was thinking about this recently because we haven't been able to go out as much as we could. My favourite bit was always going on school trips, and at primary school they're obsessed with taking us to places like Lullingstone Roman Villa. And if you've ever been to Lullingstone Roman Villa or any Roman Villa, it's basically just a hole in a field which a farmer has found one day and gone, oh, I'll make a bit of money out of this. And it's really an exercise in filling in forms. Any school trip, I remember you get sent home a letter which would say, dear parent or guardian. Why the newspaper had to get involved, I don't know. And at the bottom, it would say, I give consent for my child to go on this trip. And you'd have to just like scratch out whether you did or you didn't give consent. It was a very difficult form to forge. And then the day of it would arrive and you'd have to be prepared. They'd say, make sure you wear suitable clothing. Well, I'd never been to a Roman villa before. I didn't know what to wear. I turned up in a toga. And then you get there, and you're not in your normal class group either. You get siphoned off into different groups, some which are headed up by like a parent who's not working, no judgment, or maybe there'd be a lollipop lady would be in charge of a group for some reason, or there'd be these other sort of seemingly random criminals who were in the local area were brought along just to sort of head up a group for the day. You get on the coach, you go to Lullingstone Roman Villa, you'd be told not to eat your lunch, but you'd eat it immediately. There's nothing else to do. Then you get there, you're all excited to look around your first Roman villa, and then they make it all rubbish by giving you a clipboard with worksheets on it. So you spend the whole time going around filling in questions as you walk around, going like things like, what did the lady of the Roman villa spend all her time doing? And even as a child, I remember thinking, I don't give a shit. Looking at her aqueduct, not a euphemism. And then you'd have lunch, we'd have nothing to do. And then in the afternoon, you do a mosaic workshop. Oh yeah, one of those. I mean, imagine getting that job as a mosaic workshop leader. Turning up at the job centre going, you got any jobs going? Oh yeah, you could do mosaics with 8-year-olds. Sure. I mean, I think it was basically just a training in how to be a tiler. But the main thing about any school trip was really the last bit, which is when you got to go to the gift shop with £1.50 that your mum had given you. And that was a time when you would walk around. On sale, there would be things like some floral scarves, which aren't that much use when you're 8. So if you didn't go for that, then you'd probably just buy a pencil sharpener and a rubber with Lullingstone Roman Villa printed on it. Such a useful practical thing to take away. You'd be thrilled with your shopping. There was those sorts of trips. Or there were the more low-grade school trips I remember we'd go on, where you had to go to the local high street wearing a high-vis vest. So you looked like a tiny builder. I mean, everything at school was just driving us towards the construction industry. And you'd stand there with a clipboard, going up to random people coming out to do their shopping and going, oh, excuse me, madam, can I ask you, how many bedrooms do you have in your house? I remember these women going, piss off, you nosy little prick. That was one option that we'd get to do. Or they'd be really posh. We went on one really posh school trip when we went to Ironbridge, which it turned out was really boring because when you get there, it's just a bridge made of iron, which apparently was really important back in the day because it was the first one. But we've got loads of them now, so who cares? But then what I found recently is, because we can't go out very much, you have to choose where you go. And my parents are members of the National Trust. Of course they are. And once they tried to get into an English heritage property with a National Trust badge. Don't even think about it. Do not try and get into an English heritage property with a National Trust badge. They will chase you off their gravel driveway. They will chase you with torches and pitchforks. Get out. But going around any National Trust property, you're basically just going around a house you can't afford. That's basically all you do. You're going around a massive house. You have to pay to go in there. It's basically a right move search that's got out of control. You walk around and they say, you can come into our house, but you can't look around properly. We're going to put up ropes everywhere so you can't walk around. It's like a nightclub, VIP area. Terrible nightclub with tapestries. And they put thistles on the chairs. Please don't sit down, otherwise we will prick your bum. And then you realise that actually all you care about is going around the gift shop at the end. I mean, we don't move on from that childhood time. You go around the gift shop and suddenly you're able to buy a floral scarf. And then you think, oh, I quite like this National Trust malarkey. Maybe I'll volunteer. And before you know it, you're standing there in a tabard with your floral scarf on, holding a clipboard, saying to people, did you enjoy your trip to Scotney Castle? It all comes full circle in the end. Those have been the sort of day trips I've been enjoying in the last little while. Before that, actually, I'd sometimes get to go to parties with my parents. My mum's got a friend called Joyce, and she describes her as Joyce. Well, Joyce recently, she tried to do herself in. I said, oh my God, how shocking. She said, yeah, we were all surprised because she's only just had her kitchen done. I had to explain to her, sometimes mental health and home improvement don't always go hand in hand. Anyway, Joyce has had a difficult life. Like, she's one of those people, she's always quite highly strung. She's worried about everything. She's got one of those faces that's always contorted into the look of, I would say, panic, anger, and yet regret. So she's always walking around like this. And then sometimes she'll use her eyebrows to replace a word. Like once she said to me, oh, that woman next door, she's... Turned out the woman next door was a chiropractor. Anyway, Joyce had a difficult life. She's had a couple of husbands. We don't know where they've gone. And then she decided to cheer herself up by getting her downstairs toilet done. Not a euphemism. And she got this toilet done based on a toilet she'd seen at Gatwick Airport. It was her dream toilet. And then, bizarrely, she decided to have a party to show it off. Well, she said it was for her birthday, but we all knew it was to show off this toilet. So we all got invited. Well, Mum and Dad got invited round, and they said, we're not going to pay for a sitter. So we all had to go. We get there, ring the doorbell. Before Joyce had even had a chance to answer the door, Mum turned to me and said, now, listen, don't say anything. She's just had her hair done, and she looks like Barry Manilow. Sure enough, one voice opens the door. In we step to the party. Mum says, oh, I like your hanging baskets, Joyce. Oh, they're all dead. And the party had truly begun. Now, Joyce, as well, I tried to be organised for this party. She'd done an online shop for the buffet, right? But she'd never done an online shop before. Somehow she'd managed to order 8 kilograms of ham and 1 bag of salad. I mean, you've never seen so much ham in all your life, except for maybe in this performance. But there was like rolled ham, there was folded ham, there was ham sandwiches where the bread was ham. And then, and like all of Joyce's friends, all my mum and dad's friends were very keen to let me know that they were down with the gays. They were fine with the gays, fine. At one point, I was wedged between the hi-fi stack system and the buffet, which had a beautiful tablecloth on it made of ham. And Joyce comes over and says, now, Tom, tell me, when did you first know that you was... And I said, well, I've never been a chiropractor. She said, no, when did you first know he was, gay? And it's a very difficult question to answer that, isn't it? Because it's not like I circled a date in the diary and went, yeah, 12th of March, that seems pretty gay. Get the Barbara Streisand on. Let's go out to a roller disco. But no, it's been a very lovely time spending time with my parents. Oh, I'll tell you about this, right? Recently, because I've been spending time at home, it's been, we've been all locked in for various parts of the last few months. I decided to spend some money on a mattress. Have you ever bought a mattress? It is so stressful. I went to John Lewis, right? This woman saw me coming. She came marching over to me. Are you interested in buying a mattress? Well, yes, obviously, because I'm stood in the middle of the mattress department. I mean, the whole thing is like some sort of Florence Nightingale hospital. There are all these beds everywhere, right? She said, well, what sort of mattress do you want? Well, I don't know, just one to sleep on. And she said, the thing is, with mattresses, it's like shoes. Invest in a good one, because if you're not in a mattress, you're in your shoes. If you're not in one, you're in the other. Fine. She gets me to try on all these mattresses. Basically, what that involved is like lying on a bed in front of all these strangers. She said, get on that one, have a go. And she said, no, you've got to lie on it like you're in bed at home. Well, you can't really do that when you've got your shoes on and you've got all these people there and you've got to lie on the pillow next to somebody else. Basically, it feels like I should be getting married to this person. Anyway, I was lying there and then out of nowhere, she gets her arm out and thrusts it under the small of my back. Very intrusive, I thought, very intrusive, saying, you see, this mattress is no good for you because you're not supported. Well, you seem very tense. Well, I'm not surprised because I'm basically having your arm stuck in places I was not ready for. Then she said, right, what do you think about this one, right? What do you think about this one? It's a memory foam. It's not very good, is it? Not a very good salesperson, right? I go and lie on the memory foam. Try it. It's not very good, isn't it? I don't know what she had, but she had some terrible memories. And she was not keen on memory foam at all. Then she went, try this one. You'll like this one. You'll like this one. Right, I lay on it, very comfortable. She said, oh, you like this one, don't you? Look, I can barely get my arm under it. I thought, yes, thank you. And I said, yeah, it's very nice. She said, I said, how much does it cost? And she said, oh, this one, it's £15,000. Well, I nearly fainted. And ironically, that was the point that nobody supported me. And then, so anyway, I ended up lying on loads of mattresses, decided on one that was actually quite cheap. in the end, this woman just walked off, didn't even work there. But you've got to invest in a good mattress. That's all I'm saying. You've got to have nice things when you're at home. That's if you're spending a lot of time at home, you've got to do that. And also, what I would say is what I've learned a lot about is relationships. Like, not that I've been observing my parents, but as a single Pringle, ready to mingle, as I am, I know, still single. And you know, like there's no excuse for it really, because the gays very much led the way with a lot of online dating stuff. Like, I remember when I first came out, there were things like Gaydar, which was a bit like Facebook for gays, often without the face. And then came along Grindr, and Grindr is the application for your iPhone which tells you where your nearest gay man is. I mean, you have to register for it. It doesn't just look at your iTunes and assume. But I like KD Lang. What's he doing here? And no, it's like the track and trace app. You know, it tells you where the gays are. And you've been close to a gay. I never thought it would work for me really. But you know, it'd say things like, what are you into? And, you know, I would put things like country walks, European cinema. Apparently that's not what they were after. But the thing is, in the last few years, of course, we've now got gay marriage, or as I like to call it, garage. And garage is designed to bring equality so that gay people can finally be as miserable as straight people. And it still comes up against opposition from like religious groups and clubs, the church. And I mean, it's, you know, it's stressful for them. I don't know why. But as far as I can tell from the outside, marriage for anybody seems to be basically where you go, I don't have a very good credit rating, but you have got a job. If we can combine, then we can get closer to achieving my dream of owning my own house. So what happens is people have a big party about getting married, don't they? A big marquee in the garden about getting married. I mean, getting married is just signing a contract. We don't do it for any other kind of contract, do we? You don't have a marquee in the garden when you sign a phone contract, do you? And quite frankly, you should do, because some of those 2-year deals are much more binding. Some of them are 3 years. It's longer than marriage. Anyway, basically what happens is you sign this contract, and then married couples, what they seem to do is they go, right, we're going to save up a deposit, and then we're going to try and buy a house. That seems to be what people do. So they save up a deposit, they try and buy a house, and then they go, right, don't worry about anything else. All we've got to do now is just keep paying off the mortgage. That's all we've got to do, just keep paying off the mortgage. Yeah. You can have a child if you want. If it shuts you up, let's just hope it doesn't look like you. Just keep paying off the mortgage. That's all we've got to do, just keep paying off the mortgage. Yeah, we'll go on holiday together because it's cheaper. Just don't look at me. Just keep paying off the mortgage. Just keep paying off the mortgage. Yeah, I know you had an affair. I turned a blind eye. Just keep paying off the mortgage. Just keep paying the mortgage. And then as you get a bit older, it seems to turn into a bit of a game. And basically, whoever can outlive the other one wins a house. You win a whole house. It's a great game. So I can see why so many of you are signing up for it. Now, listen, I'm not going to keep you. I know you've got a lot to be getting on with. There's a lot of recycling to be doing. Thank you, Greta. And I don't know exactly. Yeah. Thank you very much for having me. My time has come to an end. Not on this earth, hopefully, but in this little, what do we call it? A little get-together online. But thank you very much for having me as part of it. I hope you've enjoyed your celebration of all the work you've been doing. And I hope I get to see you again in person very soon, if not in some other means. But I appreciate being part of this. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Now go celebrate. Okay, bye for now. Bye.